minutes before my appointments today, so I wanted to not to let too much time go by. Chris Rackus asked if there was a part of any move, anything we thought we made up that we made our own. And then also Pat in this group asked, we had a lot of questions while I was tattooing and a lot of conversation, I should say, about scarf hold and just like everything that goes on from there, things we can attack, how does this become more of an advantageous place to be. So a couple of guidelines to think about when attempting scarf hold is that we're here, and I always want to pummel my hand through, and as the hand goes, I'm going to sit through this leg. So over here, I always want to make sure that I'm maintaining control of the waist side arm here on their tricep. And an important detail that when you're sitting in this control position here, my butt's slightly elevated and I'm driving my side into theirs. I'm trying not to be too far committed because of course there's a sweep they can take that sends me up and over. So it's side control, and a lot of times for me, I'm a super active side control. I'm always here, walking them up. Sometimes it's dangerous to take it from double unders, but this is still technically a scarf. And then of course, if you want to twist your side control, we're here. And now we're addressing those hips. So there's an advantage to how you're going to decide what you'll do with this. That's the part that becomes your game. Where's my submission chain? How necessary is this arm to take out of the equation or let them keep it so you can use it later? So a submission chain that I like to take from here, I'm always cupping my leg, pressure, slightly elevated. Right away we'll see this in our face. So of course you can punch it forward, up and over. Now sometimes I'll lock the triangle, and sometimes when I catch this I'll just bring my knee to shut that door. I'll take a gable here, turn my hips. If it pops out, you can always step over, hip in for the straight arm lock. Sometimes you can grab this, but I feel like sometimes it's better just to cup their face. And as well, when you're here, you can also gable grip across their face and pull their head towards you as you go to turn this down. It's nasty. If you took the scarf with the double under and you still go for this, I would absolutely lock the triangle up here, because now you can come across the throat, gable grip, and then turn this and this down at the same time. So this foot elevates. There. This whole fight, this arm is here. So if you ever see their hand or see the underside of their arm, you can always cup their wrist, collapse their arm, look for the Americana. If they cup your face, you can start to grind up and lean back for your straight arm lock. And if they have tried to reach over and touch this, you can of course take a grip on the sleeve. I always like spider. I just kind of like slide up with the heel of my hand, take this, and then pull it towards you real hard as I kick my friggin' TV. Chest to their elbow, and then of course here, you can start to navigate. So where I feel I've added to this position is that I'm always looking, in my situation, I'm thinking about their close side lapel, right? This is where we would have been. Tons of control, tons of pressure. But I feel we've had a fight. I've tried to get where I want to be, and they seem like they're just too ready. So their close side lapel, I'll open this up and cup into their armpit. This hand reaches to scoop the close side lapel, and I'll stick it between my legs and out right here. So now I'm back. When I'm ready, the hand that's on their leg side into their collar, to the jacket, and now a humongous sit out. And there we are. Downward pressure, this arm tight into their body, sliding into their abdomen. At this point, my butt's gonna be on the ground, which is why I wanted to mention before I was slightly elevated. In this position, I have the control. They're not moving, they're flattened out. So we do have still, this is, I'll just close the knee, I'll keep this, turn, which I think is great. Straight arm lock's not really there, so I don't even bother. If they're pulling this forward, they're grabbing their collar here, always feel free to force the arm and start to fight for the gift wrap. Specifically, the thing I think is the coolest move about here is when they're defending here, you still have this arm to attack. And if they're defending, you can always grab them by the elbow and shove it into their face, and we still have this grip in the collar. So as they're defending and I'm pushing this into their face, I'm starting to walk my leg under, and then when I'm ready, I'm gonna push hard into their face. This leg steps up and over. You can grab your foot for a sec. This hand is gonna cup their neck. So pushing into their face, as the leg takes the pressure that my arm was, that hand stays. I cup their neck, grab my foot so it comes close. The bottom leg, I'm walking up, point your toes. So then I'll still try to take this arm and finish the triangle and a straight arm at the same time. If they come out, you have your Americana. I don't know that the Kimura is there too much. I don't know why anybody would stick their arm out so crazily, but think about all three of those directions where you've got Americana, straight arm lock, Kimura. They might not always be available, but the arm will always do it, so consider it. And then of course there's your triangle left here. So back to square one, we're here. Classic scarf hold. Pressure, pressure, pressure. A place that I feel I've added, I consider their close side lapel. To the collar, to the jacket, just sit out. Across the throat, turn. They're defending, push towards their face. It's tough, so that's why I like to grab my foot, really jack it up high, cup in their face, hand will pop out. The triangle, I would say you may want to make sure that you're going to be able to get their head up and over. So let's just say, right, we made it to here, and then we don't feel like any of that stuff's available. The way I like to move from here to the next is that they're defending, they're doing a great job. I like to grab control here, and they want out, so they're going to hip escape hard. I'm pulling this, they hip escape hard, and then I'm going to take their close leg and pull it towards me. And the big step over. And then we're still ready to attack. Whatever it is that you want. Guys, thank you so much. I had to do this video fast because I'm about to go tattoo for the next like 10 hours. But if you have questions, please put them in there. If you have a place that look like this will create vulnerability, let's talk about it. This isn't a place where we're always right. This is a place where we're trying to become always right.